Welcome back. Where have you been? How many times have you been let down by a business, a product or a service? Maybe you've had a pesky plumber who's come out to install a new radiator on the top floor of your house. He said he'd be there by 9 and he's running behind and he's had to squeeze you in at the end of the day, the last job of the day.
5 minutes later.
Mario! Scabelli's flooding the site!
We need your help.
Scabelli. Strap your boat on, kid. We're going in.
And while you're questioning, how can he be running behind when it's only 8:30 in the morning, he's left you with a leak on one of your radiator valves and he doesn't seem to be answering his phone. Or maybe a far less specific example where you have perhaps had a bad experience with a business. Mistakes happen, don't they? What am I on about? Let's find out in week 20 as we talk about customer service and troubleshooting. If you're new to the channel, I'm studying to become an electrician. I'm sharing my journey with you. We're a few months in and I'm already on my 4th book. I still have a long way to go. In this new book, we continue with considerations for those that are becoming self-employed with a focus on electricians. But of course, this can be applied to anybody that's going to become self-employed in whatever they might do. I'm happy to be proved wrong. Let me know in the comments if you can think of a self-employed business where this information isn't practical. Come along for the ride, and why not subscribe so you can learn too. There was one more delivery from my training provider this week. I'll tell you at the end. This week got me thinking there's gonna be people that are studying this course at the same time as me and they don't intend to be self-employed at all. They want to be employed, they want to get the tools, get in the van, go to work, and at the end of the day just go home and put their feet up. And I get it. So for those people, they've opened up this new book and there's more self-employment advice and considerations. Come on though, you've clicked this thumbnail, and since you've seen the title, you want some juicy next level advice, hey? The example in our introduction reminded us that things don't always go as smooth as we expect or hope. Thinking of my own personal bad customer experiences can help us to focus on avoiding doing that in business ourselves. I looked at some of the reasons things might not go so smoothly. I was reminded that sometimes a product can just be defective. Say for example that we always fit a certain type or brand of LED, but these things keep breaking within 6 months. We might want to choose a different brand to stop us returning for free replacements, hey? Or maybe it might remind the customers of their electrician and get them finding us other work. This could lead to customer dissatisfaction. Sometimes delivery can be the problem. This could lead to customer dissatisfaction if they've received goods that were damaged. These might be spotted before we fit them, but it's going to cause time delays, which is going to affect both us and the customer. Again, this is something that can be avoided. Sometimes the service that we provide could be defective. Maybe we're missing a step and presuming that all our customers know how to use the things that we've installed. We leave the job and they've become a little bit dissatisfied because they've got to try and work out what all the buttons and flashing lights do. This could be solved by providing the client with written instructions or a link to an explanation video.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here, and today I'm going to show you the entire process of how to replace a hybrid battery.
I like the second one. It could be really clear and save explaining the same things over and over again. It could be really clear and save explaining the same things over and over again. Nobody likes that, do they? This brings me on to cycle of service. This week I learned how every customer goes through a cycle of service. It could start with finding you on the internet, looking at your website, first contact with you, providing a product or service, all the way through to saying goodbye and handing over the money. Each of these steps, and of course we have oversimplified here, gives the customer an opportunity to either have a good experience or a bad experience. Analysing this process is not just about pleasing your customers, it's for you too. What if, like we mentioned before, you need to explain every detail to every customer who picks up the phone or calls you, when perhaps you could You have this information on your website, and some of the people that try to make contact with you might read that first. It's not about avoiding talking to customers and just saving time, but providing a better overall experience. There are lots of opportunities to make things go smoother for your customers and for yourself. Doing this can help keep a happy customer. A happy customer means a customer that will return and recommend you to family friends. By focusing on providing a good cyclist service, it can make the difference between your number being saved in their phone and their friend's phone. If you want to have a go at this yourself, Google cyclist service and you'll see some examples. Try applying this to your business or your business idea, or maybe even your competition. You'll soon be spotting ways that they do things well and not so well, which can then be very beneficial to you in your future ventures. You may even find ways to improve your existing work now. I hope what we've discussed today will help you like it's helped me. So understanding your cyclist service allows you to provide a smooth process for your customers and avoid problems, which is just going to make your life easier, isn't it? But even with the best processes, you're going to meet customers that are just the wrong fit. Maybe it's the wrong price bracket for them, or the wrong service entirely. Not every customer is going to be the right fit for you, so don't make every customer fit. There is more than enough customers out there to find the ones for you. Once you've found your customers, you may find that when you consider your cyclist service, you find ways at the end of providing your service to upsell or make them aware of additional services you offer. As always, there's a lot that we can learn from businesses around us that are doing well. If you want your business to do well, you're gonna have to consider your cyclist service. We've just touched on some of the things that I've learned about this week in studying to become an electrician. You might increase your sales by providing additional services to your customers. Next week, we're gonna look a little deeper at increasing sales. Oh, and the extra delivery from my training provider this week was my on-site guide. I really wanna know how many electricians have fully read every single page of that book. And it feels a little bit like Electrician Gold with all of the formulas and calculations that we need. But I wonder, how did you electricians study all of this? Did you perhaps pick a few pages a week, or did you take it to bed and just read it thoroughly? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, Battery Man out.